Hello students, I hope you all are having a good day. My name is Darlene Gabriel. I am your English teacher from Rajiv Gandhi English Primary High School running under Paschim Maharashtra Education Trust. So we are going to move on to the next poem of your English textbook. Before that, let's know the poem's name. If I Can Stop One Heart from Breaking. Now, what does this title mean of the poem? The title means one heart from breaking. Now, it is not particularly only one person, it can be anybody. Heart, it basically contains all the emotions which we share with each other. It is the feeling which we have with our family, friends, relatives and everyone. So, this poem is basically based on emotions. Now, before we go to the poem, I would like you all to observe the image. What can you see? It is a heart. Now, what is a heart? Like I said, it holds emotions. Now, see the next one. It is a heart which is broken. Now, is it that I took a hammer and broke the heart? No. Do you go and break somebody's heart with a hammer? Not at all. You can't do that. Heart is inside us. Heart is inside us. And it cannot be broken by a hammer. But with the reactions or with the way the people talk to you, that affects your heart. It's only the emotion part which affects you all too much. So let's go on to the poem. So who is the poet of this poem? It is Emily Dickinson. So let's begin. If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. If I can ease one life, the aching, oh, cool one pain, or help one fainting robin unto his nest again, I shall not live in vain. Now, students, you all read it once with your own self and try how to pronounce the words properly. I hope you all did it. Now let's go. I will explain you all the lines one by one. If I can stop one heart from breaking. Breaking, what does breaking means? Separate into pieces. For example, now I take this chalk and I break it into pieces. What happened? It formed into two pieces, right? So here in the poem it is said, if I can stop one heart from breaking, not with the hammer, but with the emotions, the actions of the people, a heart can be broken. I shall not live in vain. Now what does vain mean? Vain, showing high opinion of one's worth. One's worth means what? Now, for example, your mother. Now, when you get angry, you say something to her and she feels bad, but she won't show it to you. But later on, when you realize that you were in a fault, it was your mistake, you hurt your mother, that time you feel guilty that I shouldn't have said something to my mother because it was not her fault, but it was in fact my fault. So, that is how vain means here. To feel something when we realize it later, what we did to someone by our reaction, by saying something, emotionally we affected them. So, or help one, or cool one pain, or cool one pain. Now when we realize a mistake that we said something wrong to our mother, what is the first thing we would do? We would go to her and apologize. Say, I am sorry. I didn't mean to say it, but when I was angry, I just said it. So that is one thing, to cool the pain. Like they have told you in the textbook, the meaning is given, reduce the pain. So when you apologize to your mother, say sorry to her, you will see the relief, the happiness in your mother's eyes, the emotions which she will show you. So in fact, it is your pain which you are feeling, seeing your mother by saying something wrong to her, is making it reduce for her also and for you also. Next line. Or help one fainting robin unto his nest again. Now fainting robin. Robin is not a person's name in this poem. It is a bird. It is called a bird. See in the image of a textbook, there is bird. That is a robin. The black and white one, it is a robin. So here fainting robin. What is a fainting robin? What does fainting mean? Fainting is nothing but lose consciousness, to feel dizzy. That is called faint. So the robin, it had fallen from the tree on the ground. So the poet, she was going, so she saw the fainting robin and she decided to pick the robin and put him back in the nest. See, in the next line he unto his nest again. Unto his nest again means what? The poet held the robin up back to his nest. I should not live in vain. Now here I will explain you. See, if the poet wanted to leave the robin on the ground and walk away, what would happen? And if later on she would get to know that robin died, the bird died because she didn't help the robin, will she be happy? No, she would be sad. She would be like, I could have helped that robin back to his nest. Now if you go around and some small kid is lost, will you not help the kid? Yes, you will help. At least you will try to find the mother somewhere and help the boy get back to home. So same thing here the poet has done with the bird, helped the robin back to its nest. So the poet doesn't want to live in guilt. She wants to be happy. She wants to feel the emotions and be very good. So here from this poem we get to know that you should always help each and other. It might not be in copying while in your exams, but to help one another when it is necessary. It's not only your friends, but it is very important to help your relatives, the people who are in need. Like people on the road, some people do not get food, do not get clothing. It's not you have to go and get new clothes for them, no. The clothes which you don't wear, you can go and give it to them. Food which is left over, which you all are not eating, you can give that. That is helping. You should give a good deed. You should do good deeds so that people be happy. They will be so happy to see that somebody is helping them. And when even you will have a feeling that yes, I did something good and you don't have any vain or guilt in it. So with this poem, I would like your students to do is to always help each another. Not to get something, but to have good heart and not to break someone's heart. So students, if you like my lesson, please do subscribe, like my lesson.